not everybody wants to buy your stuff. I know it's difficult to think about that because, you know, when you're a business owner, you think everyone wants to buy your stuff. Why isn't everyone buying my stuff? But there's a reason, because not everyone has the problem that you solve. And that's really, really important. Today, I'm Andy Henderson, as I am all day, every day. I'm your Sherpa guide live from Forward Thinking. Great weekend, everyone. Hope all the dads out there had a lovely Father's Day. Today's all about understanding why not everyone wants to buy your stuff all the time. And it's because, like I said earlier, it's because not everyone suffers from the problem that you solve, or not everyone wants the gain that you give them. And to follow on from last week, this live is about your dream buyer again. You can't underestimate the importance of really understanding who your best customers could possibly be, your dream buyers. I'm still learning loads in this area. You know, me and my digital colleague Dan, we've done so much work on who our dream buyer is, and it's amazing now because when I speak to anyone, when someone inquires about Success GPS, I'm really, really super clear on the problems that I solve for my customers. And if I talk to someone and I ask them questions about what particular problem they've got, what's holding them back, you know, what is the gain that they want, if they want to work with someone like me, a fellow Sherpa guide, and what they say doesn't match my dream buyer profile, you know, I don't get too hung up on that anymore because they're not my dream customer. I can't fix their specific problem, and it really helps in a few ways, really. One of the ways is, you know, when we're actively selling, we have to get used to a lot of rejection in sales. And how to minimize that is, you know, if you really understand your dream buyer profile, you really understand the pains and the problems that you solve for your customer and the gains that you can give your customer, you start to understand that not everyone has those problems or pains. And when you start speaking, when you start selling to your prospects or introducing them into the services that you offer, you start to realise that some of them aren't your dream buyer. They're not even that person that you want to serve or that you can help. And that's really good, because as soon as you recognise that, you're not really that bothered about whether they want to buy your service or not. So it takes away that fear that we all have if we're not truly a sales trained person running an organisation, running a business. We have a bit of a fear about selling, and you know, and fear about rejection. And I've had that, and now I don't have that fear of rejection because I've reframed it in my own mind. A, I'm not selling, I'm helping. B, I know exactly who my dream buyer is, and I'm so focused on making sure that the only people coming into my world, the Forward Thinkers movement, are my dream buyers. And when I'm speaking to potential forward thinkers, you know, coming through my funnels or getting in touch through LinkedIn or Facebook, you know, I've got a way to ask them questions that help me understand whether they've got the problems and the pains that I solve for them. And you know, when you've got that matrix in your head, that framework in your head, it's dead easy to use the language that your dream buyer understands. Help them understand the specific pain and the problem that they're suffering from, and help them understand that they're not alone and there is a solution to some of those problems. And not only is there a solution to take away the pains and the problems, there's actually a solution that will give them an end benefit as well. So understanding what their end result is, and one of the things that's really helped me understand and define my dream buyer, there's a few parts of the puzzle really. The first part is to identify all the best customers you've ever worked with that have loved your service, that love you for what you do, and you've also been able to create a big impact in their life or their business with the products and services that you sell. So name them, write down the names of all your best customers, write down your names of all your worst customers as well. And when you think about your best customers, think about the personality traits that they share that are similar. So my dream buyers they're ambitious and open-minded, they're into self-development, self-improvement. They have a purpose, they feel like they've got a purpose, but they couldn't define it. You know, they sometimes feel like they're on the hamster wheel and things like that. So when you've got that down, you think about the similar personality traits of your dream buyer. And then you cross-reference that with the names that you've written down. So you're looking at those names. Yes, do they all share those attributes? Yes, they do. So once you've done that, think about defining what problems they've got on a day-to-day basis. What are their problems? And how do those problems manifest as pains in their life or their business? So write those things down as well. Then start to think about what they believe. You know, think about what their false beliefs are. You know, they might believe that they're not good enough to run a business. They might believe that they have to work 80 hours a week to build and grow their dream business. They might believe that in order to make money, they've got to chase money. All those three things are false beliefs. But if that's what they believe, it's all going to help your marketing undo some of those false beliefs and create new beliefs, which is the belief that you are the right person for the job. If they're your dream buyer, you're going to fix their problems, right? And then when you've kind of worked on that, think about how they want to feel in the future. So write the names down of your customers that you've worked with that are brilliant. Write the similar personality traits, their psychographic, you know, to get those traits down. Think about what their problems are in their daily lives that you solve. Think about how they manifest as pains in their life or their business. Think about their beliefs or their false beliefs. And then think about where they want to be, what they want to feel like, what's the big outcome that they want. And if you do a load of work and you really start to define your dream buyer, your whole world changes. It never feels like you're selling anymore. You're helping specifically a specific bunch of people that suffer from the pains and problems that you solve. You're helping deliver them gains. You're helping them move towards their destination, you know, their outcome that they want in their business and their life with the services or products that you sell. And it makes such a huge difference. I've been speaking about this for ages, and I've had 2 conversations over the weekend with people, business owners, who haven't done this exercise, and when I explained it to them, they're like, wow, it's that easy. And I said, yeah, but it takes some time, and it takes a bit of work, and it takes a bit of thought. But once you've got it down, it's like, it kind of feels like you're living in the Matrix. You can instantly spot your dream customers, and it's brilliant because you know everything that you do is aligned to delivering the service and the outcome that they want to fix all their problems and pains and give them the gains as well. So it's a really, really fascinating exercise. And it's super, super powerful as a business owner, because once you've got your dream buyer, then all you need to think about is, what's my message to them? How can I create a message, a short headline that gets their attention and gets them into the state of mind that they want to inquire about the service, because you've just reminded them of the pain that they're suffering from. You've reminded them of the outcome that they want. So how can you create a message that when you send it to or channel it through to a congregation of dream buyers of yours, they all pay attention, they all take note, and they all want to get in touch with you to avail themselves of your products and services. It's super, super important. So that's the message for today, really. Get your dream buyer stuff nailed down. Write down a list of all your best customers that you've ever had. Write down a list of the similar personality traits that they've got. Write down a list of the problems that they're suffering on a daily basis, the pains that manifest in their business or their life as a result of those problems. Write down a whole list of their false beliefs, and write down how they want to feel after they've experienced your service. What's the outcome? What's the transformation? What's the big end result for them? And once you've got that, you've got something really, really powerful. You've got a framework to start your marketing campaign off properly. And it's going to help you sell, it's going to help you marketing, it's going to help you be more confident in your business and who specifically has the problem and pain that you solve. It's brilliant. So I'm Andy Henderson, your Sherpa guide. As always, you're just one step away.